The Whispering Winds, a tale of feelings and balance. In the bustling town of Meadowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, lived a boy named Oliver. Oliver was curious and kind, but he often felt overwhelmed by his big feelings. When he was excited, he would jump and shout so loudly that the birds in the trees flew away. When he was upset, his tears would flow like a river, and he'd feel as though the world was too much to handle. One evening, Oliver's mother, Clara, noticed his frustration after a difficult day at school. She knelt beside him and said, "Oliver, would you like to hear about the Whispering Winds?" Oliver wiped his tears and nodded. "What are the Whispering Winds?" Clara smiled. "They're magical winds that live in the Enchanted Valley. They can teach you how to calm your stormy feelings and find balance, but to meet them, you must go on a special journey." The next morning, Clara packed a small bag for Oliver with snacks, water, and a tiny wooden flute. "This flute will help you find the Whispering Winds," she explained. Oliver set off with excitement and a little nervousness. The path to the Enchanted Valley was lined with tall, swaying trees. As Oliver walked, he thought about how much he wanted to learn from the Whispering Winds. After a while, Oliver entered the Forest of Echoes, where every sound repeated itself. When he hummed a tune, the trees hummed back. When he laughed, the forest laughed too. But soon Oliver heard another sound, his own frustrated voice shouting, "It's not fair." Startled, he looked around and realized the forest was echoing a moment from earlier that day when he'd felt upset. A soft, glowing creature emerged from behind a tree. It looked like a mix between a fox and a cloud. "Hello, Oliver," it said gently. "I am Echo. This forest reflects your feelings so you can understand them." "Why were you upset?" Oliver hesitated, then said, "I couldn't figure out a puzzle at school, and it made me feel angry and embarrassed." Echo nodded. "Feelings like anger and embarrassment are normal, but if you listen closely, they can teach you something." "How?" Oliver asked. "Close your eyes," Echo said. "Breathe in deeply like you're smelling a flower, and breathe out slowly like you're blowing out a candle." Oliver tried it, and as he breathed, the forest grew quieter. He felt calmer. "Now," Echo continued, "what can you learn from your anger?" Oliver thought for a moment. "Maybe I can ask for help next time instead of getting upset." Echo smiled. "Exactly. Remember, feelings are like visitors. They come and go, but you can choose how to welcome them." Oliver thanked Echo and continued on his journey. Soon he reached a shimmering river. The water was so clear that he could see fish darting beneath the surface. On the riverbank sat a turtle with a glowing shell. "Greetings," the turtle said. "I am Ripple, the guardian of this river. To cross, you must answer a question. What do you do when you feel overwhelmed?" Oliver thought about it. "Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I get really quiet, but I don't always know what to do." Ripple nodded. "That's okay. Let me show you something." The turtle dipped a paw into the water, creating ripples that spread across the surface. "Your feelings are like these ripples. They start small, but can grow big if you don't notice them. The key is to catch them early." "How do I do that?" Oliver asked. "Whenever you feel a big feeling starting," Ripple said, "pause and name it. Say, 'I'm feeling angry' or 'I'm feeling sad.' Naming your feelings helps you understand them." Oliver practiced, saying aloud, "I'm feeling curious." Ripple chuckled. "Good, now use this raft to cross the river." After crossing the river, Oliver climbed a hill and reached the Enchanted Valley. The air was filled with soft, swirling winds that seemed to hum with energy. "Welcome, Oliver," the winds whispered. "We are the Whispering Winds. What have you learned on your journey?" Oliver took a deep breath and said, "I've learned to listen to my feelings, name them, and breathe to calm myself. But sometimes my feelings still feel too big." The wind swirled around him, warm and comforting. "Feelings are like the wind, Oliver. They can be gentle or strong, but they always pass. When you feel overwhelmed, remember to pause, breathe, and let us guide you." The winds taught Oliver a special breathing technique, counting to 4 as he inhaled, holding his breath for 4 counts, and exhaling for 4 counts. As he practiced, he felt a sense of peace he'd never known before. When Oliver returned to Meadowbrook, he felt like a new person. The next time he felt frustrated or upset, He paused, named his feelings, and used his breathing techniques. His mother noticed the change and hugged him tightly. I'm proud of you, Oliver, Clara said. You've learned the magic of the whispering winds. And from that day on, Oliver carried the lessons of the Enchanted Valley in his heart, ready to face any storm with calm and confidence.